Right, okay, so better. Okay. Right, okay, so just finished watching Clerks, as you can see, and yeah, pretty good film. Weird as always with the indie films. For a 1994 movie, kind of still like, although not as weird as it would be modern day, the fact that it's black and white, while films such as like, I don't know, what was 1994? Forrest Gump and The Lion King came out then. Shawshank Redemption. I'm trying to remember, I looked it up earlier. The Flintstones came out then. All of which were colour films, and Kevin Smith having it as black and white was quite a big decision of his, obviously, because colour is how we we tend to associate things with. So emotion and stuff's a lot harder to convey when you can't use colour to your advantage. So that sort of, I wouldn't say hindered the film, but put it into a different tone. And that's one of the main ways it is different to sort of mainstream cinema. What else happened? The fact that there wasn't it was the same thing that happened with Me, You and Everyone We Know, in that most of the time there's a sort of standard narrative arc, starts with a problem that's happening, you get to the climax and there's a resolution at the end. But with this, there's nothing, there's no plot really to it. Like, there's this guy, Dante, and his mate, who I've forgotten the name of now. But it's these two working both into different stores, and the whole film takes place over one day. Like most films would be sort of a year, sort of maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of days, but this is one day. And yeah, it's kind of weird because a lot happens in this one day, obviously, because just recording a day would be boring. But a lot happens to this guy. There's some quite sort of un-PC things in it, like a woman has sexual intercourse with a dead man. It's a weird bit of that. And there's a lot of sex references and strong language which you wouldn't really see in mainstream cinema nowadays. Definitely not. I mean, yeah, it's an 18, but even modern 18 films tend to be because of blood and gore and sometimes sex, but very rarely do you hear that much sort of strong language in the background. And yeah, I really should plan what I'm going to say in these. I didn't even just I didn't just finish this, I watched it this morning and then had nothing else to do all day. I can't actually remember. I had like some great points in my head this morning, and now I can't remember what I was going to say. There was. Oh, that was it. What's his face? What's the word? Director Kevin Smith. I think it's his name. I'm not like an idiot if it's not. He's got like a bunch of different films, which I can't remember the name of because I haven't looked up, so I don't know. They all include these people these two people called Jay and Silent Bob, and they're just drug dealers who in this film hang outside the shop. But Kevin Smith plays Silent Bob, and in every film he only has like one line to say. And there tends to be something quite profound, or at least it was in Clerks. And yeah, but I think having the director as a cameo appearance is quite sort of, well, not mainstream. Like, very few films have cameo appearances by like sort of directing cast, or like anything that comes to mind is the cameo of what's his face? I can't remember. The special effects guy in Dawn of the Dead. He was in both because he was happy with his work, I guess. And then the most famous cameo, I guess, would be Stan Lee, the writer of the Marvel comics, in all of the Marvel films. Did Hitchcock? I think Hitchcock cameoed in most of his films, actually. So it might have just been sort of something like that. Maybe that's why they're black and white. Maybe he's sort of going for the Hitchcock feel. But they're very different films. I don't know. But yeah, that was Clerks, and why it was different to mainstream cinema. Really good film though. Definitely watch it again. It's pretty good. But this is like 10-year anniversary, that's why it's the X, and not the 10th one. Although there is a second one, which I will watch at some point. But yeah, pretty good film. Cheers.